It's El Paso elsewhere. Queues provided by Tinsley PR for Strange Scaffold, and hopefully this will work. So the last part ended suddenly because my desktop hard locked. When I started again, I got about 2.5 minutes in and then hard locked again. So yeah, it's a new day. Maybe I'll be lucky this time. Well, luckier. I'm skipping this. I'm sorry, I'm annoyed, so I want to just get through it. Oop. Sorry, I put my hand down wrong.
I just can't stay in there. They keep living in my head.
Okay. No. Got that one. Come on. Okay, I've no... There she is. Okay. The heck? Oh. I think he was technically stuck in a fall, because I kept trying to tell him to heal, and he just wouldn't. Alright. And this is, yeah, just right back here. Gosh! I legitimately was not expecting that guy to suddenly be there. I jumped. I have no qualms admitting that. Now I've got a whole thing on YouTube, a whole channel on YouTube that's literally just me trying to...
Look at the thing he has done me. I still don't know where that meat flesh came from. I'm gonna die that way. Happy.
Yeah, I've got a whole channel on YouTube that literally is just me, like, playing... typically horror games, not always though, on a heart rate monitor because of the potential for games to push my heart rate up. One thing that is kind of unfortunate is I've gotten used to a lot of it. A lot of the horror you will find in video games, to the point that it does kind of require jump scares. Not completely, though.
Maybe it's... No. Nope. Not gonna do it. Not gonna think about it.
Okay, there still is an angel over there. Okay. There is going to be a puppeteer somewhere. I remember having to deal with one. I can't remember if I had to deal with a Frankie. Frankenstein monster, as I've been calling him. Like, that might have been in an earlier level. I see you there.
Hey.
Oh. I see you now, too. Yep. Wow, where were you even trying to hit? Ooh, get that. Oh, it's a locked door. I got it. Okay. Huh.
Gonna die. It's gonna save you.
Alright. Yep, I need to go. I'm not entirely sure the way I need to go. Okay, this is interesting. That door is locked. Oh, wait, no, I did. There was a heart at the sword. Got it. Oh, and I should also mention there was another update that arrived during the night. I have no idea what the changes are. I haven't been looking at the thing. I've not really been running into any problems, and the crashes that I mentioned are not on the game. It's just an issue my desktop has, and I'm not. The funny thing is, I can absolutely believe it's because I'm using such a carried over Windows installation that if I basically just reinstalled Windows, I could fix a lot of it. But I don't want to have to rebuild the desktop, because there's a lot of software stuff I've got configured and it just takes so long. And it could potentially leave me without a desktop for a while, which I definitely don't want to do. And that is also part of the reason why next time I build a computer,
I'm tired.
well, build a desktop, I should say, a new desktop, it will be...
I could collapse right here.
I'll run on both for a while. And just migrate myself over instead of migrating the Windows install over.
Has the meat locker always been this hellish?
And then once I'm comfortable with that, I will do some fun stuff with this. Maybe I'll keep it on Windows depending on some video capture and processing stuff, assuming I get that working. Otherwise, I'm gonna make it into one hell of a server for myself. Oh man, yeah, I love this. I love this machine. Don't ever think I don't. It's... Even with the hard locks, it still allowed me to do so much awesome stuff.
Living the story I tell myself. Believing in it.
Oops. Okay, we do have a Frankie. Perfect. That's what I wanted to find.
Can't carry it.
Excellent. This is very promising to me.
We spent a lot of time together. We hope you like what you see.
Right.
I had another good day, you know? When I got my 3-month chip, my sponsor, Pearl, took me out for ice cream. Like I was a kid. When we were in line, after ordering some frankly ill-advised flavor combinations, she held it out to me and she said, "Hey, if you lose this, we always have more." Then she let go and informed me that I'd be paying for the ice cream. That day meant everything. I don't know if you've ever been on a wagon, but falling off, it feels like tumbling down a well.
In theory, she has been.
There's just water and walls, worn completely smooth. It feels like you've lost the ability to be a different person again. So you go from 3 months between relapses to 2 days one day. And Pearl said that was okay, as long as I kept coming back for that chip again. Because they always had more. I remember the old heads who showed me how to handle a gun at a range I shouldn't have been at, telling me about werewolves in Vietnam, lighting a fire in me to search for the unbelievable. I'm thinking I had a lot of good days. For as long as I have left, I'm glad I can see them.
Okay, I am 100% certain now that my whole speculation about this being, about
That big beautiful ball means something good, huh?
About, the reflected between the two of them, him and Dracula, the addiction stuff. I'm convinced of that now. They have been right about that the whole time.
To pretend I don't care.
I got more of this ammo, so... That's
Nice of the angels to make an appearance.
well, sort of. It is also, I mean, it's like he definitely has, I mean, like, he's glad he can finally see that there were more good days. I mean, he has actually achieved something for himself here as well. He's not just here for Dracula at this point.
Great.
Well, at least it is not just Dracula that he has, you could say, saved to a degree. Even though I have been saying that, well, no, his motivation has been, I do still believe, redeeming her. Getting her to know she can come back, that there's always more. But that he may have finally, like, reached the point of understanding that, he can be redeemed himself as well. That it isn't just, it doesn't have to be just about her in this case. I'm not liking, okay. I think this is the first time a Frankie hasn't managed to hit me.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, so I'm right now I am feeling, though, assuming that I am proved correct. Well, I don't have to be proved correct. It would help, though, because that means the story is connected with me appropriately. But I am definitely feeling the pacing problem is still a problem. But I'm definitely glad with this story.
Did you know that Transylvania has a baseball team? Janet?
Can you say my name?
Janet.
No, my other name. Broccoli.
Broccoli.
In a sentence. Please.
Hey, Broccoli, can you please pass me a butter? How was that?
I was good.
Do you want me to keep using it?
I think I would.
That, I have a feeling, could have been a when things started.
Another. Just one more step.
This is more than one step.
You're wrong.
Apparently not.
That's some real shit.
That when she stopped being Janet
Right.
is when things probably went bad. Well, very bad. Is it another? Doesn't seem so.
One down.
Okay. Huh. Really expecting more to spawn in.
Am I gonna do it?
Like, he's actually reached the point now of wanting to succeed.
Holy shit. I made it to the pyramid.
And potentially also wanting to live. Which is not how he started. It's really neat. Okay. Damn it! Oh, good. Oh. It's the game that crashed, not the computer. Thank you. Doesn't mean I have to redo this level. Thank you. Okay, come on. Go ahead and crash. There we go. I'm gonna wait a moment. And I know exactly what I can do right now. Hang on. While you wait. So that I can calm down a little bit. I'm looking at the fix list thing. Huh. Is that including that then? No, okay. I'd never once noticed that. Maybe that was crossed off at the beginning. Chapters now retaining the ammo from previous. The Molotov cocktail is a separate thing, though. That's not. Well, game occasionally crashes after completing levels. Reported engine issue to Unity. Have not heard back yet, is what it says there. That has been there since the beginning, so that maybe just has been updated. This does. This is a Unity level issue, because the thing that comes up is a Unity thing for reporting the issue. Well, it auto reports, but yeah, diving can get the player stuck or shot under the game world. Is not crossed off yet, but I have not encountered. I also haven't dived for a long time, but man, they got a lot fixed. Oh, okay. Huh. I'd noticed this before. I hadn't noticed it on this list, but I did notice this bug before, where I had, on the grenade launcher, it showed me 2 in the chamber. Apparently, if you collect a second launcher, when the grenade launcher is equipped, that can happen. Allows you to fire 2 rounds. I don't mind talking about that one, because as I said, technically we've already seen it.
I had another good day, you know?
Yeah, I'll let this run.
Shit. My sponsor, Pearl, took me out for ice cream. Like I was a kid. When we were in line, after ordering some frankly ill-advised flavor combinations, she held it out to me and she said, "Hey, if you lose this, we always have more." Then she let go and informed me that I'd be paying for the ice cream. That day meant everything.
I assume it is she let go.
I don't know if
he was holding it. That she was holding out to him, said that, he took, and then
like
she
lying down a well.
let go and told him.
There's just water.
Wait a minute.
Walls.
Oh, now that's interesting. I did not notice that before. Look at him.
It's like you've lost the ability
He's
to
clean.
be a different person again. So you go from 3 months between relapses to 2 days.
He had been getting more and more covered in blood.
And Pearl said that was okay. As long as I kept coming back for that chip again. Because they always had more.
Huh. That's very interesting. Unless this is supposed to be some sort of flashback.
At a range I shouldn't have been at, telling me about werewolves in Vietnam. Lighting a fire in me to search for the unbelievable. I'm thinking I had a lot of good days. For as long as I have left, I'm glad I can see them.
But no, he'd been progressively getting more and more covered in blood. His face was getting more and more injured. So that, I did not notice it before, which that could really be a, he's a new man now kind of thing. Kind of obvious. But,
that big, beautiful ball means something good, huh? I'm too tired to pretend I don't care. To make an appearance.
That there was still something. That was just intuition. That wasn't memory. It's like, now there's got to be one more. Yeah, let's get stuff reloaded.
Did you know that Transylvania had a baseball team?
One more step, Lord, and another. Just one more step.
we already heard the thing earlier, so I want to just get moving.
Real shit.
I saw it. Yep, I did. It's not there anymore.
Mate, am I gonna do it?
I mean, there is also a werewolf right there.
I made it to a pyramid.
And there was a second. I really didn't want to walk off the edge. That's why I went to the repeater.
Just give me a little more. Just let me. For as long as it takes, please, just let me finish strong.
Alright. Whew. Yeah, see, he is clean. This is... Yeah.
I get one chance to be myself again. And there is a price opening the door to things that should stay in the dark. I don't get to pay it a second time.
I know. I know what it's like to want to go back to a different version of yourself. To idealize this point before when you were innocent. That person and that time and that place are gone, Dracula. You're still here. You get to choose.
I do, James.
Please don't make me blow your head off.
I'm not the devil. I'm just taking back what's mine. Wouldn't you?
All right, then. Outside of myself, watching the monster I love, noting the lovely, ominous danger in her every move. I'm watching my body.
Oh.
Bullets in the wrists I held. The throat I kissed. I wish we were screaming. Something, anything. I wish there was anything left to say.
Ow. She's gotten harder to hit. Also, the shotgun is occasionally just not doing any damage, it seems. There we go.
Whew. That's it.
They turned a man into a beast right in front of me. The only one so bloodily, he's naked. See a black man pounding the pavement. In the ground as he's taking the place, spending their jets. Thin-haired bastards craving sweat on a human net. Shake it. I want this man to help me break it.
If not for me, the torture is this hell. Cause the goal of this age is to be the let us stand before the end. I want wealth. Cause the goal of this age is to be the pain and evil up.
Mistimed it.
Echo their lies as he denies truth. Mind of his fist inside of reaching, trying to find freedom in the blood I'm leaking. He's tried before, he'll try again. In front of his men, in front of his dressed his friend, in front of these bastards who ascend into the seats that were given them with every dollar that we spend and every joke we let.
Okay, there she is. Defeat Dracula. Achievement unlocked. Well, the name is goodbye. The thing you need to do is defeat her. Get the Scars Fade ending.
Bastard.
Okay.
No. Royalty suits you.
I really didn't think you'd save so many of them.
I just tried. It's nice to have it work for once. What is this?
It's my soul's blood. It's how you turn someone. It's how I win.
I don't want this.
But you will want it. Because you don't want to die. And you still want to be special. You'll have enough time to turn cruel and lonely. You fucking poor excuse for sake. I win. I'll see you in hell. When your own sins catch up with you.
And that's how she dies. Resenting a lack of body count.
Now he's covered in blood
I
again.
want to throw it into the wall. I want to smash it into the floor and have my last sensation be the wet scratch of glass against flesh as I crush it into the ground. I want my vision to fade away as I reject her and everything she did to me. My lovely, tragic death. But she isn't a god. She was just a hurt person who did fucked up things. Until it became easier to define herself by the people she damaged than to change. She measured her impact in scars. It is terrifying to think of dying with all of these scars. Let alone living with them. Trying with them. Trying to be good. But I can. And I did. And I do. The sun's rising outside. Somewhere inside me, something responds to the approaching light. I'm 10 minutes sober. and scars fade. Fuck it.
No, that was bad. No. I don't think he should have done that. I don't really, I kind of feel like there's more I should say, but it's like, no, I don't.
Tell me you'll fix me.
I mean, he just ended 10 minutes sober, I think is one way of putting that. Still, it enjoyable enough game. Yes, I've got the criticisms of it, but that are in the written review. I am... The dynamic between them, though, I do like. I do wonder what the other ending might... Well, the other ending would have been if I were killing the hostages. I wouldn't do that. I'm not going to do that. I do kind of wonder what that would result in. But, I'm gonna... Okay. I just alt-tabbed a little bit. It's still running in the background, though. But, yeah, I mean, I like it. I do think, though... Man, That's who Tinsley PR, that's who I got the key from. One thing... I'm trying to think of how best to put it. I don't understand why they brought it... Well, no, I do kind of understand why they brought in Jetter for the whole explaining how she got her powers and all that. But I'm not sure how much that was really needed. And I don't know how much the Zimmeroth or whatever the Force Beyond. I mean, it's like it seemed like we had that and then just dropped away. So I'm definitely unhappy about that because it feels unnecessary to me. That I mean, it's like something I put into the written review because I did talk about it while playing. Was it would be nice if I think that would have helped is if that were made more so the cutscene stuff, and then his their past relationship being more the in-level stuff, and you would still need to do that. But it's like by separating it like that, so you could then cut down number of levels but still get through all the same amount of story. Now it's like, why was that even there? The whole Force from Beyond stuff just vanished, and I don't know why. It's like, because that was a setup that this is a big deal. Maybe it's something where if you kill the hostages, you get different stuff. Maybe that explains it. I don't know, but that I didn't care for how that just I don't care for how that just disappeared. But the gameplay, though, yes, there's pacing issues. I mean, the biggest thing this game had, the biggest issue, biggest criticism I have is pacing stuff. But it has gotten. It took putting 3.5 hours or so in. 4 hours in. I don't remember exactly how much, but basically getting halfway through, and then suddenly it started getting more interesting. That's lousy. But at least it is something where it's like, no, finishing the game wouldn't change my opinion of that. Because I even talked about it in part 4 when I came back. After having written the review. That you should be, like, a competent review can be written, in theory, in like 2 to 3 hours of gameplay. Because enough stuff should be set then that if there's a sudden change, it shouldn't count. Where it's like, you can't have a mediocre game suddenly turn good at that point, because like, but it was mediocre to get there. It's that doesn't quite work. I mean, I guess the way to put it that some people may understand is if you had Darth Vader throwing the Emperor down the chasm at the end of Return of the Jedi, but with nothing before that setting up that he's conflicted. That if he was still just the evil Darth Vader, the evil lieutenant to the Emperor, because I just refer to the like lesser evil guy, the henchman, but still very the named guy as a lieutenant. I that's what I'll do. Like Jetter was the lieutenant for whatever the Force from Beyond was. But if he just suddenly did that, it'd be like, what? Where did this come from? Or just it wouldn't have quite worked. And it's like same thing here. You need to already have the stuff early, which people would be sensing that there would be things there, and that allows you to then it would elevate the mediocre. So it's not just suddenly it's good. It should have been more consistent throughout. And I know I went a little far afield with that, even lost track of it a little bit in my mind. But yeah, it is just that the beginning of a game should be representative. If there's sudden change, I don't see that as a redemption. Now you can also have a game fall apart, and that I can see being worth criticizing on in a review. I just want to... Okay. No, just leave it at that. But it still is. I enjoyed it. The recommendation that I gave, which is, it is recommended, but it's weak. It's a 2, not a 3. And it's very much the pacing. That is exactly the thing. It's that I went halfway through. I mean, it's like it was level 28 when I finally met a boss. That's nuts. Okay. And also just how a lot of the enemies, I mean, it's the first 3 enemies that are an actual threat. The knight, not really a threat. Yes, they can do high damage. There's that weirdness with the shotgun. Not always killing them right away, but it's like, they themselves are not a real threat. The angels, again, not a real threat if you see them. And they're they only fly around, and they're big. The damned brides, and they're teleporting around. That's a much bigger threat. So, yeah, it's just weird like that, but it is... Tightening up this game would be removing a lot of levels. Would be really shortening it, or really, really filling out the story better. The thing is, I'm happy with where the story is. I'm happy with that. I might shuffle around placement of stuff in story, like I was saying a little bit ago. You're trying to separate the Jetter stuff and the Dracula stuff so they can be run in parallel a bit better. And that way allow you to speed things up. But, I mean, yeah, I guess I would be tempted to just get rid of the Jetter stuff, or at least fill that out. But the Dracula stuff, the relationship there, I'm good with that. I am completely good and happy with that. But yeah, it built up slow, though, so there was still a pacing issue getting there. Yeah, so I mean, but still, I would not change any conclusions I have in the review. Obviously, I would write it a little differently if I wrote it again today. Just by virtue of it being a different day is a lot of that, but also because now it is finished. But, no, I'm the final conclusion there about, it's a 2 because of pacing issues. Exactly how I feel. Still recommendations, just weaker, but that's why. Because I can definitely believe that there are going to be plenty of people that it's like, nah, that's okay. Or I don't remember, did I put it in the gameplay or did I put it in conclusion where I talk about if I got to enjoy it as less focused play sessions, which I have been since I wrote the review, where it's like I don't need to spend hour and a half, 2 hours, even though I think none of those actually got that long when I did them last week. And I've still been on mic the entire time, but it's been like this one is going to be less than an hour because I'm not going to talk for another 15 minutes. I can, hopefully I won't. Sorry if I do. But it is just letting it be a bit more relaxed playing it. I think that would help it, and I wouldn't notice the pacing issues so much. But that's not how I play games when I review them, unfortunately. Well, no, it is fortunate because I need to get them done. But it is unfortunate in that it's also not how most people play, I think. I don't think most people get a game and then just binge it and then go on with life like that. I think that they do try to break it out some. But, yeah, just, that's another thing, though, that can help address the pacing. It should just be better pacing, but that can still help address the pacing. All right. Yeah, so that was El Paso Elsewhere. I did enjoy it. I did have fun. I still don't think he should have drank that stuff at the end and become a vampire himself. Because, I mean, it's like, as she said, you'll live long enough to become cruel yourself. It's like, he should be wanting to reject that. And does also... She did die unredeemed, yes. But at the same time, I think there was a kind of understanding for her, which is a flavor of redemption, but no, she was not redeemed in the end. But it's also like him I do think that him drinking that kind of terminates his redemption as well. It's like what he achieved was great, but then he just fell to becoming a monster himself. So, yeah. I mean, it's. I'm trying to think. There must be a term for this kind of ending, where it's like it's in some ways a happy ending in that the world was saved, but it's also a bad ending in that the hero is now basically set up to become a villain. And why? I mean, yeah. Alright, well, anyway, I shall be stopping now, getting this uploaded. I may go in and edit the review just to include the full playtime. And, yeah, see you then. Well, not see you then, see you next time. I'm sorry, I'm just... don't you hate it when your brain starts going that way? See you next time.